Can you imagine paying $69 million for a JPEG? Well, believe it, because that's what's happening in the NFT world. Today, we're going to talk about NFTs, a digital concept that's taking the crypto world by storm. I'm Anandi Chandrashekhar of the Economic Times, and here's your deep dive on NFTs. NFTs, better known as non-fungible tokens, are simply pieces of digital art. Now, art, you may ask, what is digital art? Digital art today can be a nice photograph, a nice Photoshop composition, something made on an animation software. It can even be a tweet. Now, that's the beauty of NFTs. So when did all of this start? In 2019, there was a French street artist who, inspired by a master painter, EUGENE DELACROIX, decided to do his own interpretation of a very famous artwork of Mr. DELACROIX. French authorities weren't very pleased with his interpretation, so they decided to paint over this piece. But what's very interesting is this piece of art created by this artist was mined as the first most popular, if you can say, NFT. What he basically did was he decided to sort of immortalize this piece on the internet by taking a photograph of the art piece that he had made and mint it as non-fungible tokens. Now, anybody with access to a cryptocurrency like, say, Ethereum could own a piece of his art. That's when this all started. Let's say I created a piece of NFT art. Now, I cannot expect for me to trade that piece of art with the same piece of art, unlike a Bitcoin or Ethereum, wherein I can exchange, say, some Bitcoin for some Ethereum. No. So what we do with NFT is that the value of an NFT is assigned by those holding cryptocurrencies. And typically, the most famous form of trading NFTs is through Ethereum. A lot of artists prefer this mode of payment, and in case you ever want to get started on NFTs, a very simple way to do it is to get a wallet, a digital wallet, and fill it with some Ethereum, and then you can start purchasing interesting pieces of art on online marketplaces. And there are so many online marketplaces, in fact, some in India that are coming up, where a lot of people want to bring together famous Indian artists, upcoming artists, musicians, and give them a platform to sell their digital art pieces, their music, maybe GIFs, animations, anything under the sun that you can think of. In fact, the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, is in fact auctioning his first ever tweet as an NFT in a timed auction. And if you check the latest reports, the amount associated with this tweet is around $2.5 million currently. So as you can imagine, anything that you can think of that is unique, that may be loved and cherished over, say, the next 50 years or 100 years later, that can very well become an NFT. In the traditional world, for an artist to put his work out online on various websites that are available right now, sure, he or she can do that. But the problem is, there is no inherent value associated with a piece of art unless somebody decides to buy it and pay a certain amount of money for it. But with NFTs, what artists get is, there is, since it's all on the blockchain and it's associated with cryptocurrency, there is a certain inherent value associated with each piece of art when you put it on the marketplace. And what's more is that, let's say a piece of art is being sold for 2 Ethereum. Now the artist, when you buy from him and you also take that art and decide to resell it, the artist also gets royalties for that. And since it's all on the blockchain, there's no question of the artist being cheated out of his or her royalty, which is, as you can imagine, very difficult in the real world. We do see a lot of sports leagues getting interested in this space. In fact, maybe tomorrow you may even see IPL having its own version of NFTs, much like the NBA, where, on the Top Shots platform, there's a library of video footage taken from the game, from the NBA games, and they are auctioned as NFTs, or rather, they are sold as NFTs. So we can see a lot of sporting leagues taking much more interest into this. We could probably see some of the most famous musicians of today, be it Katy Perry or Lady Gaga, putting out their own NFT albums. In fact, Indian artist Nuclear is also going to drop his own NFT album. So that's something to look for. You may wonder if anybody can view an animated video, or anybody can listen to a song, then what really is the value associated with an NFT? Well, that's the catch. Yeah, sure, you can listen to the video, you can even watch an NFT movie tomorrow. But the point is that you own that piece, and the value at which that piece is bought or sold is locked in the blockchain forever, and its value increases exponentially as we've seen, in fact, with some pieces of art that were initially bought in October or November last year and are being sold for multifold more cryptocurrencies today. So in that sense, it is an investment, it is an asset that we may see increasingly even companies or even big HNIs associating themselves with. So the question by traditional artists is this just another fad, or is this going to stay? Well, NFT artists argue that it's not just a digital phenomenon. It's not just for millennials who are interested in cryptocurrencies. Tomorrow, an NFT artist can put his work online and also have a physical version of the same piece delivered to your home. So where the potential of NFTs lie, it's still very much up for debate. And we never know. We could even see a whole NFT movie in the theaters tomorrow. So where this phenomenon will go, one must watch out. Keep watching this space to understand where this NFT phenomenon goes. This is Anandi Chandrashekhar from The Economic Times.